back wall here. About to install a couple amplifiers. Have a handful of wires pre-ran, but we'll check back with you a little bit once we get this all wired up and mounted. All right, here we go. We've got our board cut. I want to go ahead and what I like to do is cut along this edge. Alright, there you go. 100% silicone. Do not use acrylics and latex. Alright, now we got our amplifier mounting board. It's tacking up there, a little bit of silicone behind it, and a couple little feet just to deal with the back wall curves in, and also keep that propped up in a nice spot. So we're going to take a few minutes here. We're going to mount our amplifiers, and we'll start working on wiring them up. Alright, so up here at the radio on this Silverado, the top left green plug has your speaker connections, and we've already taken the time to isolate. You know, these wires are cut. One part of them goes back to an amplifier, and then another part goes out to the speaker, but that's going to be all your speaker connections.
Yeah, boy!
You're going to want to like tape and put them back in, you know, very similar to factory. Keep it nice. All right, now we're working on our grounds. So we've got on the back wall here, stud for the child safety belts. We went ahead and ground that down to some shiny metal. And then additionally, we're gonna run a large star washer. We've ground and cleaned up this metal plate too, but we're gonna bolt and do our grounds all up to this back wall. So we're to the back wall now. We got all the wiring prepped, amplifiers mounted, ready to start hooking things up to the amp. Show you what we got. So I got our fuse block here, a couple zip ties back through the panel. The back wall, we've ground down the metal behind there, star washer, torqued down, and we've got a ground for each amplifier kicking out. We got our RCAs for the subwoofer amp. We got our high level connections for the 4-channel amp. All our speaker wires ran back and prepped. So also have the power wires with their heat shrink and crimp terminals. So we're gonna go ahead and hook this up, and we'll start tuning. Alright, so here we're hooked up, and we're going to pulse and determine whether this is a front or a rear speaker. And that's the front right. Alright, got everything secure. I'll show you a couple things. Down here, when you go to put the seat back in, you want to make sure that you got clearance for the seat bracket to go in. You also want to make sure, you get a couple cable ties and so forth to hold the wires up off the floor and where they would hit like that. But here, aren't too down or up if they've been taken apart. Get that door lock lined up there first, and then most of this is going to just snap straight on. Got your 7mm to put back in there, one down there, and a couple down in there. Once that's done, that'll be a wrap. Here we go. We're gonna pre-tune these amplifiers. We're looking at 80 Hz crossovers and input sensitivity, roughly 50%. They're so input mode, put that to high since we're running off the factory radio. Master, the level. I'm gonna start in the middle and listen for any kind of background noise or saturation in the bass, even things like the door chimes being too loud or quiet. This is not a ported box, or excuse me, this is a ported box, and it's tuned roughly 40 Hertz. So we're gonna go ahead and set a subsonic there. The low pass filter, also right up there, about 80. The boost, we can do about 3 dB. Just give it a nice rounded, smoother bass. Don't want to go too crazy with that though. All right, let's go over to the 4-channel amplifier. We're gonna run a high pass filter. Again, our level somewhere in the middle there. No boost on this. That's gonna be our door speakers. And we've got our high pass filter on, and our input level 50% for now. Hertz, 80. Okay. we just wrapped up the Silverado, got the stereo all tidied up, bass knob, all that good stuff. Oh, what we got over here? New Ram. Be coming at you with the Catskins leather interior kit shortly. Oh, don't have the keys with me, but subscribe here now, or click here to watch our channel playlist, or click here for a video chosen for you by YouTube.
Great.